everybody, Uber Lady Charlotte. And I know it's been a while, but I've been super busy at work, training class and all. That's a three-week process. And I haven't even been out to do Uber much. A couple trips here and there, but I just been too exhausted. But I did get out here today. And I did 4 trips today. And I had a really long trip. I had a trip from Morrisville, North Carolina to Pilot Mount, North Carolina. It took us an hour and 25 minutes to get here by way of the GPS. So now it's going to take me, I'll be home I just got on the road, so I'll be home in an hour and 20 minutes. So I do have the app on in case somebody up this way needs a ride, something, I don't know. Then I'll pick them up and do that. But anyway, I've been also trying to work this camera. I can't really look at it right now. This is not the product review, but I'm working on the product review. But you can't see it. But it says Vantrue. And the Vantrue is an On-N2 Pro. On-N2 Pro. And it's a dual camera system. Shows the street in front of me. It also shows the inside of the cabin. And I can show you where I got it. I got it right there. I don't have the cords plugged into it because I'm running into a little problem. The one power cord that can fit into my multiple power jack is kind of too short, and it's hanging right over top of the steering wheel, and it's short, so I can't use that cord really. So and then if I use the cigarette lighter cord, then it doesn't have any ports in it that I can plug my phone in while I'm doing Uber. So I need something where I can plug my phone in. But a friend of mine told me this morning that if I want to use this camera, which I really want to use this camera because this thing is crystal clear, that if I want to use the camera, I can go to a store and get the cigarette lighter that has 2 cigarette lighter ports on it, and that way I can still utilize all my stuff. So I'll have to pick up one of those. I had one. I can't believe I threw it away. I'm like junk, just junk. But now I need that junk. I didn't really understand it then. So, alright, so I'm working on the review for that. And I'm still working on the review for Dream Weavers. But there's some information I'm reading about that. They sent me and Uber Lady Baby some really nice stuff. Body spray, bath oil, bath bombs, a smudge stick, and I know some of y'all wonder what's a smudge stick. A smudge stick is used in like a ritual purification, and that's where it's sage, it's white sage and some other herbs in a little small bundle, and you light it, and you go through and you clean your house or you bless your house. You just light it and let the smoke clean and bless your house. You say your prayers over it. It's pretty much like with Christians, we anoint things with oil, so it's along those lines. And Native Americans used to smudge, their area or property of evil spirits, or just bless a home, or bless whatever they had, clean energy, like an energy type thing. And it smells wonderful. I didn't like the smudge stick, but I smelled it, opened up the pack and smelled it, and it smells good. It don't smell like sage that go in sausage. This is called white sage, and it smells wonderful. So I'm working on that product review because they sent me a lot of stuff. But I really want to do a lot of work on reading the smudge stick. And so I'll get back to that product review. I'll try to do that one today when I get home. But this camera going to take a little while because I'm having a little problem with it. It's saying insert an SD card, but I don't have an SD card, and one didn't come in the box. So anyway, let's see what else I got. Oh, I'm still working on the product review for the FM transmitter. That transmitter is great. I mean, you can answer the phone with that thing, and it plugs right. It's a cigarette lighter plug, so you plug it in your cigarette lighter. And again, this is not the product review. I just gotta get it together and to figure out how to work it. But you can answer the phone with it. You can Bluetooth the music from your phone and play through your speakers. I mean, it's pretty cool, and I can't wait to figure out how to work it. I've been trying, but I'm gonna use it on Uber Lady Mama car. She doesn't have Bluetooth capabilities, and this FM transmitter, cigarette lighter transmitter with the dual ports. One for, you know, you can use 2 plugs to charge phones, or do one for music and one for your phone. But this thing is great, and it's like $16 and some change. But this is not the product review. I just got to get over to my mama's car and plug it in there and show you guys how it works. But I like the part where it gives you the hands-free option too, and a car that doesn't have Bluetooth capabilities. So that's gonna be really cool. And it's by Amir, AMIR, and they're on Amazon. They got a lot of great stuff, and it's reasonably priced as well. So just, you know, check them out now, or you can just wait until I do the review on what they sent me. So I'm gonna work on those things when I get home. All right. Well, what have I been doing other than work? I worked 6 days this week. I worked my regular 8 to 5, and then Saturday we had a special event to do, and so I worked from 8 to 5 on Saturday, which I don't work on Saturdays and Sundays, but I worked 8 to 5 on Saturday, and then I went home for a couple of hours because I had to get some rest. And then Thaddeus called me, and I went back out to meet him at the event. So I worked at the event for 2 hours, you know, making sure that, you know, everything was cool, buses were safe, and they handled it well. It all went well. But I'm sister tired, I tell you that. I'm tired. Then I did, I got up this morning, left the house at about 10, and no, I left the house at about 8 something, and I started doing Uber, and I didn't do the PGA tournament. I'm not doing that. I can't go all the way down to Charlotte. I didn't think I could come this far. I just kind of want to stay around the area, you know, Concord, Kannapolis area, maybe Harrisburg, and Mooresville. So I said, well, let me go over to Mooresville and, you know, pick up 1 or 2 rides over there, just do one. Well, my first ride in Mooresville, and a real nice dude, I forgot to get his name, but real nice dude, picked him up, and I'm thinking we're going around to like a little bar or something. And he said, I said, so where are we going? And when I swiped it, it said Pilot Mountain. And I'm like the Andy Griffith Show? And he was like, yeah. So I looked, it's like 48, it said a 48-minute ride. But I don't know what's going on with the GPS. It got stuck or something. But that ride was not 48 minutes. He believes it took us the long way. But that ride ended up being an hour and 25 minutes. So now I'm trying to get back to town. But I do have it on in case I can pick up something else. It'd be nice to pick up something else. Let's see. So let me tell you about Scary Mr. Rogers. Alright, so Scary Mr. Rogers, I noticed the other day, was limping. And I asked him what was wrong with his leg. And he told me he don't know. He heard it, but he don't know how he heard it. So I'm standing there looking at him and talking about how sore it is, and so he's been trying to take a walk, or wanted to take a walk to work out the stiffness. So I said, I'll tell you what, if you wait till later on this evening when it's cooler, I'll walk with you. And on the inside I'm thinking, don't walk with him. But he looked like a little injured baby bird. So I said, I'll walk with you. So he said, that'll be fine. I like that. So later on, I put on my sweatpants, my tennis shoes, t-shirt. My hair is a mess because I had curl definition. I know I just switched subjects on y'all. I had gotten my curl definition in from my natural. I used the hotel shampoo, those little bottles. I used that, and in some places, a lot of places, my hair is straight as a board, as if I have a relaxer. So I no longer have my curl definition I worked so hard on, which taught me a lesson. Use natural hair care products on natural hair. But I didn't think the hotel shampoo would mess my hair up like that. So anyway, now I got to do something else with my hair. I'm going to have to braid it down and do a sew-in until, you know, I can give it a break and maybe get some more length on it, cut off the straight parts. Alright, so anyway, Mr. Rogers, Scary Mr. Rogers. So I come out later, and I'm thinking, maybe he won't be out there when I open the door. Maybe he'll just be in the house. So I open the door, and he's standing on the sidewalk, looking at my door. All right, let's do this. So I hope that wasn't my exit. I'm talking to y'all. I hope that wasn't my exit. I don't know where I am. And okay, anyway. So we started out for our walk. We were walking slow, and I'm asking him about his leg and stuff like that. And he's asking me about, he calls me the bus lady. Is it the bus lady? So we're talking about city buses, and I'm trying to find anything that he's interested in to make this walk, enjoyable. Because I don't want him to think about the walk. Because he was hobbling, and then sometimes I'd slow down real slow, to give him time to get himself together. Because he's an older man, much older man. And then once I see that he's starting to outwalk me, then I'd speed up. So we're walking and talking, and finally I got on the subject of skunks. So I'm telling him about the skunk that lives in our apartment complex. I call him Old Mo. I mean, this skunk is huge. And one night I'm going to take a picture of him. He is huge. And he stinks to all get out. When you come out the door in the morning, you smell him. And every night, you'll see him. I'll see him when I go out to the car, go to the store. I'll see him come across the parking lot. And one night I had to just stop the car and just let him cross the street. He got in the middle of the parking lot. I sat still. He looked at me, then he turned around and went back the direction he came. I mean, this is a big boy. So I was telling him about him and telling him how skunks stand on their front legs and how they can, maneuver their bodies and have great balance and talk about different animals that, that bother skunks. They don't really bother them. They just want to smell them and how they get sprayed and about the tomato juice and, and all that stuff. And he was really interested in that. Y'all know how I tell stories. So I'm telling him a story. And we're walking and he's just smiling and we're having a good conversation where he's really listening and asking a bunch of questions. Y'all know how I do my National Geographic stories. My version of them. So that's what he got. And he laughed and then it happened. We're walking up the street, headed back to the house, to the apartment. He puts his hand around my waist, all the way around my waist like we're a couple, and takes his other hand and is rubbing the inside of my waist. So I don't want to push him down. I wanted to push him down and run, but because I was already on high alert, but I didn't. I just, kind of sped up a little bit and, come on, Mr. Gene, because his name is Mr. Gene, but I call him Scary Mr. Rogers. So come on, Mr. Gene. So, to play it off. And he's like, okay, he's just smiling, staring at me, just smiling. So we're walking, and we're talking, and we're laughing. Then he did it again. I'm like, okay now, okay. I said, okay, Mr. Gene, okay now. Pull back, pull up. So he just smiling and laughing. He's like, this has been the best walk. I truly enjoy walking with you today. It's been fun. I'm thinking, fun for who? But I think I understand Mr. Gene. I think that's part of his disability. When he likes you, he wants to touch you. Yeah, it's awkward and it's weird. And it feels funny. I don't like the feeling. But I can understand it. It's his equivalent of a handshake, I guess. Which can be taken the wrong way. But I was getting ready to say he don't mean any harm, but I still don't know. I was just trying to walk with him and talk with him and help him work the soreness out of his leg. So that's what happened there that day. Let's see. Well, I guess I'm going to put the phone down now. I've been talking to y'all 13 minutes, 54 seconds. And sorry I hadn't been on here in a while. But when I do this, it's because I have a training class. Sorry I hadn't been making phone calls. I haven't been receiving phone calls like I should. Or answering calls like I should. But I'm beat. I'm tired. So, and then I just got this thing with the product reviews. If you'd like to review a product, please send me your email address so I can pass it on to them. Hopefully you have more than 1,000 subscribers. So if you have more than 1,000 subscribers, send me your email address to uberladycharlotte@gmail.com, and I'll pass that information on to the people that have just started sending me product reviews. They'll tell you how to do it. They'll send you the product. They just want your honest opinion. So don't lie. Don't fudge anything. Don't stretch the truth. Just be honest. All right. So I'll see you guys later, okay? Let me try and concentrate. I'll cut the phone off here when I come out of this curve. This is a big curve. Wait a minute. We're coming out. All right. So I'll talk to y'all later.